Hey guys and gals, it's Hannah. I am back to do a contest entry video for my friend Steve Carlson's 1,000 subs contest. Congratulations, Steve. I will leave a link down below to his channel, but yeah, he's a fellow Nebraskan, so wanted to show support. Go Big Red. And so his contest was just to list 5 of your go-to albums and explain why. It's pretty simple. There's some nice prizes involved, so hope y'all get involved as well. The bulk of my collection is still back in Nebraska. I am now back in Washington, so I'm going to show what I can. I am missing one, and I'll show a picture of it. Hopefully that will be sufficient. But the first one, Nirvana's Bleach. I wanted to show this because this is in my car a lot. I have the CD, a deluxe CD version of it. This copy belongs to Bo, but I borrowed it for the sake of this contest. This album is just very important to me. It's my favorite Nirvana record. It's very sludgy, very grungy. I love the sound of it. Some of my favorite songs on here would be Love Buzz, Paper Cuts, and About a Girl. Really not a bad track on it. First Nirvana record, so it's less produced than what you're gonna get on Nevermind and In Utero. But I don't know, I've always just loved it. Shout out to my friend Kate, who told me to give this some more listens back in college, so a while ago. But yeah, I always end up going back to this. It's in my car a lot on my CD player. So that was the first one. Next one, no one's surprised about this, but Pet Sounds from the Beach Boys. I need harmonies in my life, and the Beach Boys fit the bill, especially with this album. I don't know, this album, they just take me to another place. Songs like God Only Knows, I Just Wasn't Made for These Times, Don't Talk, Put Your Head on My Shoulder, and the harmonies at the end of You Still Believe in Me. But my uncle is a huge fan, so I probably have to give him credit for kind of urging me to listen to more of the Beach Boys growing up. I just kind of immersed myself in their music. A lot of the music I listen to has harmonies, or I like to listen to music that incorporates harmonies. Even with modern bands, it's just pleasing to my ears. So this is kind of an album that is a blueprint for harmonies for a lot of bands. I don't know, Mamas and the Papas and the Association and the Carpenters also do harmonies very well, but this album in particular is just very, I always come back to Pet Sounds from the Beach Boys. The next one I don't have to show here, but it's Depeche Mode's Songs of Faith and Devotion, which is my favorite all-time Depeche Mode album. It's dark, it has just amazing deep lyrics. I love the songs In Your Room, Walking in My Shoes. I never skip a track on it, even the longer one at the end called Higher Love. I really enjoy the devotional show, the DVD that I have, and I watch it frequently. It's from that tour. So Depeche Mode often slip into my #1 spot of favorite group of all time, even over The Who sometimes. So I have to include Songs of Faith and Devotion from Depeche Mode in my go-to top 5 albums list. Okay, next I'm going to show, and this is probably no surprise to you guys, but my Bloody Valentines Loveless from 1991, original that Bo at Earhead 6 got for me somehow for a decent price. Yeah, so when I was in college, I discovered these guys, and I didn't really know how to process their music at first, but upon repeated listens, my ears started to really appreciate them. This album is like ear candy to me. Just the layered guitars, the vocals between Belinda Butcher and Kevin Shields. This is such an influential album to a lot of bands in the 90s and beyond, as far as alternative and shoegaze. So it's just, sonically it's brilliant. Upon repeated listens, you're gonna be like, you're gonna hear something new every time. To me, it's just like a shimmery, guitar layered, heavy but beautiful at the same time album that I play several times a year. So my Bloody Valentines Loveless. Lastly, I may be cheating with this one, but I'm including both Big Star's #1 record and Radio City. This is a 2-in-1 I was lucky to find out here. So Big Star, just excellent power pop group. Alex Chilton and Chris Bell were the leaders of this group. Again, you have harmonies, you have excellent guitar work. I really like Jody Stevens, the drummer of the group. I think he's an underrated drummer. I really like his chops. These songs are written well, excellent production on both albums. It flows nicely. And the lyrics, I mean, Alex Chilton and Chris Bell. So, I mean, if I'm cheating, if I had to pick one over the other, it'd be #1 record, just because I do really like Chris Bell and he contributes on that one. So, beautiful acoustic guitar work, power pop, harmonies. These two albums have it all, in my opinion, and been listening to it since probably early 2000s when I was introduced to them by my first boyfriend, Jamie, who I'm still friends with. So these albums, excellent. And you may see this be featured on my favorite albums of the 70s list that Bo and I are working on. We're doing a top 20. That'll be on our other channel. So those are my top 5. Thank you, Steve, for holding this contest. I'm sure you're going to get a huge response, just like Eric Weinbender's contest has gotten. So kudos to you. If you notice, honorable mention for this list, Television's Marquee Moon. That's another one of my go-to albums, but I know we had to limit it to 5. That would be an honorable mention. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back in a little bit with a black box unboxing video. Plus, I got a mixed CD that one of my viewers sent me, so I'm going to show that. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.